we're all coping with the death of the Pope in different ways, right? We're all coping with that in different ways. I saw in the news today there was a press release from Gwyneth Paltrow saying that Gwyneth had started eating bread and pasta again, and I just love that there was a press release for that. Like she had some tagliatelle and then immediately picked up the phone and was like, I need to get ahead of this before the pastorazzi are on to me. I just think, what a sad thing to see, you know? Like, at first I was kind of like, ugh, fuck her, and then I was kind of like, actually, that's kind of something to pity, isn't it? To see a life lived like that, where bread is this intoxicant. Like, I feel like she must look at bread in the same way that we look at alcohol, where she like wakes up with a hangover and she's like, I shouldn't have hit the sourdough so hard last night. She's like trying to get into a nightclub and the bouncer's like, is that gluten on your breath? She's like, actually, I had a few ciabattas last night just before we hit the club, you know. And he's like, you smell like a bakery, love. You need to consciously uncouple yourself from this club. You need to go home and drink some alcohol to soak up this bread because you've had too much. He's like, you can smell yeast off you a mile away. And she's like, in fairness, that is just the chemical.
Hey, I'm getting hit by these tariffs pretty hard, man. I'm getting hit by these tariffs. Anyone here getting hit by these tariffs? Woo! Woo! Yeah, I ordered a Chinese the other night, and whenever it arrived, the Deliveroo driver had 20% of it.
But in America, particularly bad time to have the old autism. I've noticed this thing, you know, there's RFK Jr.'s now Health and Human Services Secretary, and he's saying, by September, we're going to know exactly what causes autism. And he's talking about it like it's a crime, like he's going to solve. Like he's going down to the autism factory with the magnifying glass, going like, show me where it's made! You know, like, he's like shaking down Rain Man, you know, just matchsticks everywhere. And like, he's going into like Sherlock Holmes fan fiction, going like, I know the source is here somewhere. I know I'm going to get to the bottom of this, which is actually the name of some Sherlock Holmes fan fiction because it's very raunchy. But and I think, you know, it's an odd position for him to be in. I know that, like, you know, JFK, he got assassinated because supposedly he was close to some dangerous secrets, and I know that RFK, his brother, he was assassinated because he got too close to the civil rights movement. I feel like RFK Jr. is the first Kennedy who's going to get assassinated by big autism. All the people who profit off autism, you know, like, he's going to be found with a fidget spinner in his head. Which is grim, but also imagine the coroner being like, I know this is sad, but look, whoosh.
I saw the guys behind ChatGPT were saying that they want people to stop being polite to their AI because it was costing them millions of pounds and like extra processing power every time people were saying like please and thank you to the machine. And that's wild, isn't it? Because I used to be told that manners cost nothing, and now it turns out it actually costs about $6 million. That only makes me want to be more polite to the machines as well. Do you know what I mean? I would shake its hand if it didn't have 30 fingers. But like there's a lot of people who say like, I say thank you to the machine because one day when it takes over, it's going to remember that I was polite and it's going to spare me. And I get that because I'm the same with transit bus drivers. I always thank them because I know one day they'll destroy me. Elon Musk created an AI as well on Twitter. Elon's 13 kids all kind of hate him, so he was like, fuck it, I'll make an AI that has to love me. And now that AI also hates him. If you go to Grok on Twitter, like, what do you think of Elon Musk? It kind of just sort of goes, could take him or leave him. So, I like that. That's like scientifically edged hate, isn't it? That AI has analysed his tweet library and been like, this guy's a cunt.
Did you hear this thing about the gorilla stuff? There's this thing that's going around that's saying kind of 100 men unarmed defeat a gorilla, and you know, I think it's very strange because like a couple of months ago there was talk about like this OnlyFans star who was trying to do a world record attempt of sleeping with 1,000 men, so they all queued around the block to have sex with her, and now men are talking about queuing around the block to fight a gorilla. And all I've learned from this, I think, is that men just love a queue. Imagine if those queues were next to each other. It's like, what are you queuing up for? Oh, I'm going to have sex with the porn star. What about you? I'll get back to you. I think, you know, we underestimate the strength of an animal. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of men think that they can beat up a gorilla. I think a lot of men think they can even beat up a dog. My cat is sharp, and I'm covered in veins. I couldn't win a fight against my cat. They let dogs into the police without even having them join the gym. Like, they're tough animals. animals are fucking tough, is what I've learned from this. But I also think you don't need like 100 people to defeat a gorilla, because we did it with one gorilla before. We defeated them with one man. There's Coco the gorilla years ago. There's this gorilla that we taught sign language to. That's her calling out. But they taught. Why would someone who learns sign language call me? That's weird. Just a series of rhythmic thumps on the phone. They taught Coco the gorilla sign language, right? And then they must have run out of ideas after that, because they immediately introduced her to Robin Williams. It's like, why are we doing that? Is that just something that we do now? It's like, we cloned a sheep and it's like, how would you like to meet Ricky Gervais? He's like, the sheep's like, send me back. But, he's a cunt, but they taught Coco the gorilla sign language, then they introduced him to Robin Williams, and they had a great time together. And then, when Robin Williams died, they told the gorilla. Why the fuck would you do that? Because the gorilla just spent all day after that just signing the word "sus" over and over again. That's indescribably cruel. We taught a gorilla language, and then we taught it grief. That's fucking horrible as well. It's like we cloned this meerkat and we taught it racism.
The news headlines were pretty fucking misleading about Pope Francis. You know, what they the other day? It said Pope Francis passed the night peacefully. You fuckers knew what you were doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, what were the rejected headlines there? Like, Pope Francis' last words before going to bed. Pope Francis dead. Tired of the devil and his machinations in this world.